keys and stuff.
Come. Come with me. Give me a mic. Now, how is Oklahoma? You went to college?
Yeah, I went to Roberts.
Oral Roberts?
Yeah, Oral Roberts University
Uh-huh.
by was it is his name Pastor or Pastor Oral Roberts? Yeah, I remember, like, you know him, right? Yeah, it's in a place called Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like, Oklahoma is in the American map, for the people that don't know, is at the bottom of America near a place called, everybody knows it, Texas. Yeah, school was great, but there was some battles that I was facing there, and you know that, but it was either I was gonna spiritually take them out, or they were gonna take me out, and I decided just to leave and come back home for a while and see what Guka Archbishop wants me to do going forward. Yeah. I have a lot of questions, like personal questions, like in my notebook you took and like you read it. Yeah, yeah. There's like a lot of things that when I was in school and for the last 4 years, I've been kind of dealing with that nobody understands, and Archbishop knows it, but he, yeah, like I figured out that the person that I know that knows the stuff I'm dealing with is you. So I wanted to come in, like, see if you could help me figure out some things and find the answers for them and see if I can, you know, better myself. Yeah. About in front of everybody? In front of everybody? Why not?
Are you ready to tell God to forgive you
For
many things that you've done in life? All of us, we have done different things.
yeah, I mean,
I'll talk to you later. Thank you. This is my son, one of my sons, and he's called Kamengere. Is that all? Harrison Kamengere Nganga. Yes, he's a grandchild of Harrison Nganga. And this guy loves me, he calls me from America when he goes to college, but all of a sudden you decided to just put me off. But it's okay, we'll talk. Very good man. You're such a wonderful man and I love you. Okay? Okay? Thank you, thank you. Now let us tuangalie, tusome in the book of Hosea, chapter number 6. The book of Hosea, chapter number 6. It sometimes, and maybe that is why God just had led me to this gentleman, and I found him lighting so many funny things, which many people cannot understand him, but he is communicating with another spiritual being somewhere. And if you're not careful, you might end up losing him, because I was just doing the same. I can write a language here you cannot be able to read, but I will read. And somebody who is correctly connected and be able to read it, I can do the whole book of a language you don't understand completely. completely. But I'll come and read and tell you this is what I meant. I don't dioma. I don't dioma. I write. I write diomi. Yeah? But him, if directed well, he can read what I've, let me get a paper. He can be able to read what I've written. He has that capacity. He is very, very talented. He's got the capacity. But the problem of this young man is the family members. They don't understand him. They don't want to understand him. They don't want even to listen to him because they have made a conclusion on him that he is a madman. But it is them who are mad people. Then, now I'm writing what God is saying about you, and He will help you read it because you understand this language. And I'm doing this because of the family members. I know you are here, and I know somehow somebody's watching us to see about this son. This son is not just ordinary. Have you ever seen this language somewhere? In your dream, in whatever, whatever?
My stepdad, Morris, his name is Morris. He's a doctor, and he usually writes like this, and I'm always able to understand this language, the way he writes it, but nobody else is able to understand. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. You can be able to read what about? Yeah. You'll figure it out. Come, let us return to the Lord, for He has torn us, that He may heal us. He has struck us down, and He will bind us up. Praise be the name of God. You may be facing challenges of life. You may be facing difficulties of life. You may be facing the rejections of life. But the Bible, so He's speaking irrespective of the sins that you've committed. He's speaking irrespective of the challenges that you have in your life. He's speaking irrespective of the forces that are around you. You may be faced by one of the worst challenges in your life. For instance, I can maybe tell you about myself because I like saying about myself. And I like giving a testimony of myself because I know if I give my testimony, it can help you. For the last 2 months, I have been to hell and back. When people come to my office to seek that I speak to them, I talk to them, I try to help them come out. Once they get out, I get into my inner office to cry because I will wish they understand what I'm going through. If there is any single time I've gone through the most difficult part of my life, the most challenging part of my life, until sometimes back last week, I wished if God can just pick me up and go. Because nothing was working. And people around me were just trying, and if they were just putting much and more efforts to make sure they have frustrated me. And the world is like God had left, had gone somewhere in Dubai or somewhere where there is no communication. Because I even tried to pray a single day and I was not able to pray for the last 1.5 months. I've tried to pray. I've tried even to sleep. Now this is my 2nd week I have not slept. My 2nd week I've not slept. I've not sleeping. I'm not eating. I'm not doing nothing. My body has refused everything. And the people that I am around, that I lie, that these are people that can be able to push me to the next level or to support me or to see what I'm going through. They are frustrating. They are working day and night to make sure I don't move from the pit I am. I try to shout from the pit, nobody's helping me. I try to raise my hand from the pit, nobody's coming to pick up me. I try to do anything possible. Instead, the following day I'll find the one that I really looked at is the one now trying to throw the sand to fornicate the pit. But all in all, as I was reading the Bible, as I was peeping on the Bible, I came across this chapter number 6 of Hosea. And God spoke to me, and he told me, come, let us return to the Lord. He ordered me, come back to me. And this led me to another question. Had I left you, God? Had I left you? That you're asking me to come back to you. I'm doing all this. I'm in the mountains. Even I'm not in the mountain. I'm in the church. And even I'm not in the church. I'm in my house, in my prayer room. But things kept on coming up. Accusation, arrogancy, and everything were coming from center left, right. I felt last week asking God, why can't you pick me up? Consciousness. But again, in a kind of like it's a mockery, God is sending people who have problems, and yet I have a problem. I have a big wound in my leg, and God is sending another person with a wound that I speak healing to that person, but my wound is still open. So I keep asking, how will they understand me if my wound is open, yet you have sent somebody with a wound that I speak the healing? Then God will tell me, speak to their healing, and they will be healed. And once they are healed, I get into another trouble. When I immediately I speak a blessing to you, I get into a problem. Immediately I speak a blessing to him, I get into a problem. So I kept asking God, what could be it that I have committed that does not make you happy? And that is why maybe could be the reason you have just decided to abandon me. And God reminded me of the book of Jeremiah 1, verse 5 and 6 and 7, that from today, never say again, I'm a youth, because I have given you power, and I have touched your tongue. Whatever you say shall come to pass. Then I asked God, why will you let me go through this situation? And you are not even letting other people see the situation I'm going, because every person, even a prophet, has a prophet. A man of God has another man of God who speaks to them. I'm somewhere, I go to my Bishop Harrison Nganga. If it's not Harrison Nganga, there will be raised a person here that will speak to me, will tell me God is saying this. Now, there was none, including Harrison Nganga, refused to pick my phones. I went to him to see him, he refused to see me. I went to the mountain to pray, no word came out of my mouth. I was just shut, my mouth was shut. So I even wondered, I went there 3 a.m. I tried to open my mouth to pray, nothing, my mouth was numb. The whole day I stayed there waiting to see whether God will open my mouth or help me come out of this situation. He refused. He had traveled, and he never left us the telephone number where we can call him or how we can be able to contact him. He had just left, and I was just like that, completely empty. And when this gentleman tried to call me at some time, I tried to speak to him, and he was like he was in drugs. He was a madman. He was not listening. He was speaking like a computer. Do you remember that day? You are speaking like he is a robot. You have been pressed something. You never listen to me. And that situation, they happen sometimes to people. And these situations, they come because God is talking to you. When it seems that God has just shut his mouth to you, he's not speaking to you, that time, the silence of God, he's also speaking to you. It doesn't mean that you're going to die. It doesn't mean that you're going to be vanquished. It doesn't mean that you're going to be deleted. God is still saying something. And when God is still saying something, he causes many things to happen around you. And I was praying to God that, God, lift my people, the people I have around me, just raise them up, raise their bar up, make them become the people you want to use for the next dispensation. Instead, all of them, none of them I prayed for didn't abuse me. They arrogantly abused me. They dismissed me. They walked away from me. They left me hanging. They fought each other. This one was fighting this one. This one was fighting this one. And anything that we had planned to work refused to work because somebody, some people, a situation, a place has said no. And many of us, they reach to some situation like this one when things completely reaches a point when you are at zero. And that is a time God causes so many people to come to seek your help. That's the time he sends people who are crying in your office. That's the time God sends people who will come and tell you that if you don't speak anything about my life, I'm going to die. This is a time that you'll send people to come that they have reached the dead end. And these people, they are sure if they come to you, God will speak to them. And God will use you to speak to them. But unfortunately, they are not aware that the same God they think will speak to me, he is not speaking to me. And I'm trying to look for him, he is not available. Yet you traveled from Muranga, from Kiambu, from Lemuru, from Nakuru, because you know this man, God listens to him. And he has a direct line to God. Only to come, you don't know because I cannot tell you. But now that God, now I'm able to confess this, I cannot tell you that God is not talking to me. Because if I tell you God is not talking to me, the next question you'll ask, Tukatayagai, Mwahetaniriye nagaiku. And now you have to keep it to yourself. And the people around you, because they have just decided never to listen to you, never to become the pillars that they were meant to come to be the pillars. And now they have become the nyundos and the crowbars that to demolish you. That now they have turned you to be the temple of Baal of the father of Gideon, Joash. Now they are demolishing you, completely letting you down. And instead of helping you, they are pulling you down from all quarters. And they don't even care. They don't even look at you and see anything that you are carrying in form of anointing. They are looking at you like you are a thug, like you are a mkora, like you are a prostitute, like you are just an ordinary, stupid guy around. And then you go back to God and you ask God, where did I go wrong? God is not there. He's gone. He is somewhere in Moscow, Ukraine somewhere, and the network is cut. Their telephone number, even the secretary of God does not know where God went. So you ask, you leave. You go looking for people who understand God. They don't want to talk to you. So they'll find that Nganga, I want to see Nganga. Nganga who hears, who smells, I'm around his compound and he will walk out to wait for me. Now this Nganga, he does not pick my phones. And when I try even to send somebody to go, and that is the end of it. I wait, I keep on looking at my phone waiting for that precious call from Nganga. It refuses to come. I go home. In my home, I find there is no peace. I cannot sleep. I've gone for 2 weeks without a sleep, and I'm not, Dosi, I have not. I tried even tonight to just close my eyes and remain closed. I tried even to look for something to hold my eyes together so that ifungike ikae kama imefungika, ndio usigisi ione nimefuga macho ikuje. Inakataa. Bwana Yesu. And images will come, images after images of what is happening around. What is happening, and God is speaking. God is like bringing those images, like telling you now, pray for this situation, pray for this situation, and then I will go knocking. God, or I will try to imagine now. Oh, He has opened there. One channel has opened, so I can be able to communicate. Running there, you find the door locked. We closed last year, and now you wonder, where are the visions coming from? Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Hosea chapter number 6, please. Then He tells, come, let us return to the Lord, for He has torn us. He has, God Himself. Some of the challenges that you are facing, God is causing them to happen to you. Now, you may be moving around condemning people talker, but sometimes things that happen in you are caused by God. And you came here with a sacrifice, with an offering to fight the devil. But the devil is not even here. He is not even aware what you are going through. Have you ever in bad situation that the devil is not even aware what you are fighting? He's even asking, because I have not sent my demons to him or to her. But you are fighting, devil, it's a liar. Devil, sokwata, pakatoto. And it's God, because He has torn us. Why will He torn us? That He may heal us. So when God is tearing you apart, He's tearing you apart because He's doing an operation to remove things that are in your stomach, to remove things that are in your spirit, to remove things that are in your soul, to remove things that are in your body. And also to remove those kind of people that are not wanted in the systems that God wants you to operate. Because when you find people are frustrating this very effort that God has given you, it means there is something wrong that is happening. That you come and say that He has told us that He may heal us. So my brother, the challenges you are facing, it is meant not to destroy you, but to heal you, but to make you that vessel that God wants to use. Because before you become the vessel of God to be used by God, you must go through a process. And the process of God, it is not humanly determined, but godly determined. And therefore, when it's godly determined, it means you cannot question how you are being squeezed. You cannot question the veracity of the power and the capacity and the pressures, the fire on you. And these things, you cannot be able to stop them because they are beyond you. You don't even understand how they came. He has struck us down. He has brought people in your face, before your face, that they may abuse you, they may be arrogant to you, they may pull you down, because He wants you to stand up. And He will bind us up once again. Once you are completely demolished, once you are completely destroyed, once you are completely made irrelevant, because right now you look like you are irrelevant, but God is doing something. He's responsible of what is happening to your life. They have called you a witch. Is that true? They have called you a murderer. Is that true? They have said you have killed your husband, you have killed your child. Is that true? But why will God that you worship, because you are a true worshiper of God, why has the God that you worship disappeared on you? Why this God you worship and you really love and you know for sure from my heart I have not offended God and I'm worshiping this God and I'm living godly. But the more you live godly, the more you are called demonic. The more you live godly, the more they accuse you of many things. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Verse number 2, please. After 2 days from today, I'm just now wanting to prophesy this word of God because I think myself and I can feel myself in my spirit. The battle is over. The storm has come to an end. And God has shown himself to me that I am indeed with you. This God that you think abandoned you, this God that I think that has just left you is still strong. He's still faithful to your cause. He's still genuine. He's still sincere. After 2 days, he will revive us. So it is a matter of time. This God is coming to revive you. It is a matter of time. The people who thought that they have brought you down, the people who thought that they have misguided, they have destroyed the structure, the core structure of where you were going to, they will still, the same people, will still come to witness as God is lifting you up, as God is raising you up, as God is making you the vessel. Because they were literally doing, whatever they were literally doing, it is to frustrate the elevation of you to another level. So they were there just an obstruction to make sure you don't move to the next level. They were there to be there in position to make sure you don't make to that next level. And he says, on the 3rd day, he will raise us up. After 2 days, he will revive. So there is one point. There is a point of revival. There is a stage of what? Revival. So my sister, it is not about God is not hearing you. You might be in the stage of revival. When you are in the stage of revival, you are either in HDU or on your body and other resuscitating machines and maybe some medications done, they are reviving you back. Because when you are taken to the ICU, you are half dead. You are 70% dead or 90% dead. Now they are working out a formula how to bring you back. So in the 2nd day, it is that day that you are in total blackout because you are in ICU and you are in coma. You don't even, you are breathing, but you don't even. No, you cannot be able to recognize anybody. You cannot be able to see anybody. You cannot be able to feel anybody. You don't know where you are. You are just in a coma. That is the 2nd day. And that is the time that you feel it is like God had abandoned you. It's like God left you. It is like God doesn't want to see you anymore. It is like you have come to an end, a dead end. And this is what they say after 2 days. After the suffering, after the facing of the challenges, after 2 days, God will revive. So in the process of the revival, that is where you meet a lot of doctors who will do surgery on you, doctors who will do resuscitating on you, doctors who come and put some blood in you, doctors that will come put some oxygen on you. There are different types of doctors. And then this is the process now. They are dealing with the 90% dead, 10% alive. Only because alive because you are breathing in and out, and now they know there are chances of revival. Therefore, the revival, he will revive us. On the 3rd day, he will raise you up after revived. You cannot be raised up if you are not completely revived. Hallelujah. You cannot be removed from not HD, which is more serious, ICU. You cannot be removed from ICU to HDU or to even general ward if they are not sure you have been revived. You must be completely revived for you to be removed from where you are to the next level. So don't keep disturbing God. You told him he had you. You are being revived. It's only you are taking long to respond to medication. But you are not dead. You are breathing, and some organs are coming back. Your kidneys are coming back. Your mahori are coming back. Your lungs are coming back slowly, but they are enlarging surely and perfectly. So you made a prayer. Don't come again to persist on that prayer that God has not yet done. You don't have the timetable of God. You don't have the timetable. He only does things in his own time, in his own season. If you have petitioned, you are petitioned before the court of heaven, just now let the judges go write the judgment, and they will come. They will give you a date. Now come, the judgment is ready. And that's the time they are going to read the judgment, and the judgment will be favorable to you. And it will be a just judgment, because you have involved a just God who does things according to his own will, not according to the will of men, not according to the plans of men. I may be able to think that I have members of the church, and these members are the people that I am going with them somewhere. Kumbe, none of you are a member of this church. You are just joyriders, or you just become because of a miracle. You came to pick your miracle go, or because your time has expired. And therefore, God is renewing me for the next level. And therefore, when God is renewing you for that next level, he will cause so many things that does not belong to the next level to come out. And as they come out, then you'll be left alone in ICU. Because you'll be left there. Even your mother will not be allowed to come and see. Your father will not be allowed to come and see. They say it's nil by mouth. Now you are left alone. Live there. The doctor only allowed to speak to you, allowed to come and do the observation. And when you are in that bed of being observed by God himself, it means you live in isolation. You will not have any capacity to be able to see, to know, even to hear who is around you. Because God discommunicates you from people. God discommunicates you from your family. God discommunicates you from any other thing. Your ears will not hear. Your eyes will not see. Your mouth will not speak. It's you and the Spirit. Now, that is the time the Spirit, you, and the Spirit of God meet somewhere for a discussion. And discussion is this. This man, I want to make him a prophet. And now, from today, you spirit man, I want you to stop misleading this body, because you have misled this body for quite a long time. And I want to use this body to go and preach in Canada. I want to use this body to go and preach in Australia. I want to use this body to go and do this, my work. Therefore, they come up with the Spirit God and Spirit man. They make a and conclude, now this man, because the body, we are going back to his body, he has been given another level of doing things. And from there, this man comes and say, I was in heaven. While I was in heaven, I met Moses. While in heaven, I met Elijah. While in heaven, I met Jesus. While in heaven, I met so and so. And this causes you now to become an extraordinary person who is not the person who went 90%. And therefore, God will have given you, on that day, he will raise you up that he may live before him. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. That you may be able to live before him. And now instructions that will happen to you are heavenly instruction. Meaning, when you come back, not many people, because you tell them about Moses, you'll tell them about Elijah, you'll tell them about Jesus, you'll tell them about the experiences that you saw there. They'll keep imagining what you saw, because you cannot be able to transfer the image of what you saw to them. So they will keep imagining what you are saying to them. And in that process, that is when they see you're a mad person. That is when they see you are going nuts. That's when they see this is not this man. Your dawa, your ICU, ilimuharibikia. Maybe something's happening. This is psychological. This is mother case. This is what case? Because they don't understand you. You are trying to explain something to somebody. He doesn't want to hear. He doesn't want to listen because kuna ile focus yake ametengeneza na akasema this is what I want to hear, and if it's not this, it must be this. Therefore, they will not be able to understand. And again, because you have been focused, you have been plugged to the wheel of the heavenly communications. Every single moment, whatever you'll be doing is heavenly communication, which these people will not be able to understand, and they are not understanding, and they will not at all understand you. Therefore, that is where you find people becomes arrogant to you, because tries to fight you, tries to bring you down, tries even to frustrate your effort, and even they try to imagine they want to correct you. And why they want to correct you? Because they are not taking time to see there is a change in this man, and whatever that is happening in this man, this change, we need first to analyze it and know what kind of a change that is in this man. And therefore, that we may live before him. When you live before God, it means you no longer become yourself. You become a puppet of God. When you are a puppet of God, then you are controlled perpetually by God himself. There is no decision you make by your own self. There is no communication you make by yourself. There is no plans you make by your own self. There is no arrangement you make by yourself. All other things are planned in another situation, in another kingdom, in another place. You are not even consulted. You are not even told this is the decision. You find you, because when spirit man was out and when spirit God was out, they met somewhere and they made a treaty and they made a covenant and made an agreement that this is what this body will be doing. This is what this body and the spirit man and spirit God, when they are combined, this is what they will be doing. And therefore, there is no consultation. You are not consulted, because they had to take your body, take it to the ICU, left it there, and they went somewhere, had a discussion, had a plan, they drew a timetable, they organized everything, and then the body was revived. Now the body will do exactly what was planned. They will do exactly what was organized. They will do exactly what was said. It is not what you say, because you are no longer yourself. You are no longer the Peter that they know. You are no longer the Mary that they know. You are coordinated, organized, and planned. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Verse number 3, the Bible says, let us know, let us press on to know the Lord. Let us know. And above all, let us press what? Hard. Let us press on to know the Lord. Let us try to unravel the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Let us try to unravel the mysteries of the man of God that you are under. Let us try to unravel on the activities, and also being able to unravel, it is to understand the activities you are doing today, and unravel in a godly way, and ask yourself, why are we doing what we are doing today? Is it because we had planned, or we had planned, or because God has given an instruction for this thing to happen? Because nothing will happen without God having a comment on it. No, you will never be in a place or a situation or in a position if God has not given you to that position. That's why let us know, and let us press on to know the Lord. His going out is sure as the dawn. He will come to us as the showers, as the springs, rains that waters the earth. He will come back. He has not gone. He has not abandoned you. He has not left you to die. He has, and is sure. He is going out is as sure as dawn. As you know for sure, tomorrow there will be dawn. That is for sure is coming to you. This God is going to bless you. And as he will come to us as the showers, he will come blessing. As the showers, meaning when he comes, he will come with the rains of blessing, the rains that opens the doors, the rains that changes the situation, the rains that makes the dry land now become a wet land, that you can be able to do your planting, you can be able to do any business that you want to do, that he will come to us as the showers, as the spring rains that water the earth. Yes, the spring rains. These spring rains are the rains that come to make seeds germinate, that we are going to regerminate. We are going to come back again, that you are going to be the fruit and the plant and the product that he wanted us to be. That is why he had taken us backward to reorganize us and to replan and to rearrange you. Whatever is happening in your life is a rearrangement, a reorganizing, a replanning, a regrouping, and making you the good vessel of God. Therefore, in verse number 4, what shall I do with you, O Ephraim? What shall I do with you? Cloud, like a dew that goes early away. In verse 5, therefore I have hewn them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. And my judgment desires steadfast love and not sacrifice, the knowledge of God rather than the burnt offering. Here is the point I want you to underline, that God desires what? Steadfast love. That when you see your colleague is working on something, you love him. Involve anybody and everybody when you are doing the work of God. Because the work of God does not mean it is you, that it must be you. It can involve anybody. Because that is when you're doing things with the love of God. When you're doing everything with a sincere agape love, then God will perpetuate himself. God will reveal himself in. And therefore, he is not interested on that sacrifice that is given by a stingy and a person whose heart is as black as charcoal. Yet you pretend to come and say that I'm giving this sacrifice. God will never accept your sacrifice, and it's not acceptable. You are thrown out like anything else, and your sacrifice just goes to waste. You rather had gone to eat mandasi somewhere, because God will never look at your sacrifice. He first looks at your heart. What was in your heart when you are giving, when you are doing the work of God, when you are in the caravan, when you are doing the crusade, when you are in church, when you are praising, when you are preaching? What is in your heart first? Before that you say you are giving. Inside them, they have small snakes instead of hearts. They have frogs instead of hearts. They have chameleons instead of hearts. They are bad. They are worse. They are agents of the devil. Yet they pretend that they are doing the work of God. God is not interested on that sacrifice. God is not interested in what you think you are doing. How does he want you to be? Where does he want you? Does he want you to be? What is he doing with you now? And whatever you are doing today, what is he doing? Why does he want you to do what you are doing today? This is understanding the knowledge of God, and rather than burnt offering. So you rather keep that offering if you don't understand. Why has God sent you to come today? Why are you seated where you are seated? To understand the reason behind sitting on that seat and not on that seat, that is understanding the knowledge of God. Being here today, and so many people could have wanted, there's so many people could have wanted to come, but they are not here. And not that they didn't make an effort of coming. Maybe they came somewhere, they have lost the building, or they have become busy somehow. That is understanding the knowledge of God. Why am I in this sanctuary today? Why is this Usigisi trying to force you to sleep? You see, that is understanding the knowledge of God. That why am I being forced to sleep? Why are my eyes not opening when the word of God about me is being spoken? Because the devil doesn't want you to listen to what is happening, to listen to what you are doing. So that he'll cause you to sleep. And therefore, this is understanding, having an in-depth and inner understanding of how God and how demonic powers operate. And if you understand them, you will know that your sacrifice is not as important as understanding the knowledge of God, because even giving that burnt offering must be given in the understanding and the knowing God. Verse number 7, and I want to finish there. But like Adam, they transgressed the covenant. There they dealt faithlessly with me. Because of failure to understand the things of heaven, the things of the spirit, failure to understand the plans of God, failure to understand the knowledge of God, they have done just like Adam did, because Adam failed to know and to understand the systems of heaven. And therefore, once they fail to understand the systems of heaven and why God wants you to do this today, then you find things will not work and things will fail you, because you have not done as God could have wanted you to do. So therefore, you break the covenant, because when you agreed to work to God, you surrendered in totality and say, in the will of God, I will be able to do this. Now that you have failed, you have broken the covenant. They dealt faithlessly. When you break the covenant of God, you have happened to do things faithlessly with God. And verse number 8, lastly, completely, Gilead is a city of evildoers, tracked with blood. Can you ask yourself, what kind of a person you are? If you have not done the will of God, if you have backstabbed somebody, if you have objected somebody from doing the work of God, if you have objected somebody from being where God wants them to be, if you have failed to do the will of God, or you have failed a thing that God had the purpose to be done, then you are an evildoer, tracked by the blood. Because wherever you stop the work of God to go on, you fail that which could have saved a human somewhere, which could have done something new to somebody somewhere. Maybe when we are doing this ministry, our ministry is about soul winning. Our ministry is about being helper to other people. Our ministry is about being compassionate. Our ministry is about loving. Our ministry is about caring, because 99% of the people who come to me have injuries. Therefore, God called me purposely because of injured people. God never called me because of good people. He never called me because of healthy people. He called me because of injured people. Therefore, the people that I bring in to be the caretakers or to be the pillars of the ministry, are they for the injured people, or do they come and make the injury more fierce than it was? Are they the people that will come and speak bad against somebody, that because this woman has come, and then this woman will say, oh, the way I looked at that woman, she looks like a devil worshiper. And when she came here, she didn't come to the church of the devil. He came to the church of God. And he knew when she will come here, because she has traveled, she has purpose to come and travel and receive. He knew he's coming to see a man of God. But you in your own, because you are the owner, one of the founders, or one of the members that have been longer in this church, then you look at the person because you have some qualities, whatever you got them, you got them. Then you look at him, you know how she was blinking in her eyes. She was communicating with another date, as though you are the devil yourself. Because how did you know? How did you see? What were you doing to see? How idle were you to know this person? He's operating in this particular thing. In any case, she came to the house of the Lord so that we can remove. If she's a devil worshipper, she did not go to the devil worshiping temples. She came to where? To where God is. So she has an effort. She's doing something to get out of that situation. So mind your situation. Mind your situation. Because leave this other, because you don't know how they are talking, how they are listening, how they are with God. You don't know what is happening around them. You don't know what is going around them. Bwana Yesu asifiwe sana. Can we rise on our feet? Can you just take a moment of your 2 seconds, reflect back. How have you fared in your life of marriage, in your life of business, in your life of ministry? How have you fared with your parents? How bad have you been to your parents, and how good have you been to your parents? What is this that despite me being prayerful, being in church, I'm still bogged down by events that are causing me to suffer? Why is God still silent on me? Why are people crying because of me? I was given a responsibility by God. Am I in my rightful office? Because some of us are here. I am supposed to be an evangelist, but I decided to call myself an apostle. I was called to become a pastor, and I've just decided myself to call myself evangelist. I am in the wrong profession. Yet I'm worshiping God. I'm believing in God, but I am doing wrong things because I am not in my office. I came here to pray for people to come out to go from this church because I wanted to own this thing alone. I want to be, it's me alone, because I believe and I think I'm qualified. Who told you you are qualified? Did God speak to you that you are qualified? Ask yourself those questions, then pray. Open your lips. And now, if you have been to that situation,